Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. How is everyone doing today? I hope you had an amazing day. You know, I have to do my checks and balances to see if I am buffering, and it looks like everything is pretty decent right now. So hopefully it stays that way. Um, so, how is everyone doing? You know how I like to start off by saying, I hope that you had a beautiful day. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, and turn on those handy dandy notification bells. And if you can, just give me some thumbs up as well. That way, my chat and my channel will grow. Hey, Storage Pirate Ricardo. Hi, Michelle. How are you? And you know what, Michelle? We have to say thanks to Ricardo for helping me get to 500 on the dot. And it stayed there for the whole day. And now it looks like I have 501. So it can only get better, right? There's only room for growth. And guys, there's only room for growth in every area of our life, at any moment. Because the moment you do, guess what? Life will say, "Bop, bop, bop." No, you haven't. So, you know how I like to start off with telling you guys about every moment of my day and how it went. Don't forget, guys, share the video out. Hey, J Dog, because the more people who are in the chat, the more chances anybody has to win. But of course, if it's just the three of you in the chat, then you have more chances to win something over someone else. And just so you know anything that I give away, you will never have to pay for shipping for a giveaway, guys. You will never have to pay for shipping. But the only fortunate thing is I only do in the US of A. Because I am shipping. But I guarantee you guys, it's something that you already saw created. I'm gonna have the link up here somewhere or up here somewhere around here, to the video of where you saw it being made, and you will definitely see what it looked like in the beginning. But the clincher is I made some modifications. So no one has ever seen this. I don't physically have the item with me now because it's still amazingly being made. So anyway, guys, let me just check to see if am I buffering at all? Does it look like I'm buffering? The quality of videos sometimes look terrible. But hopefully I will not be buffering all night. But anyway, so I woke up this morning and I pretty much, just lounged because I rarely do that. And I lounged for the greater part of the morning. I was on Norgus R's channel. I was watching her chat, and then I was able to go live with them. And Misha Renee, that's the first time I ever seen her live, and the first time I was ever on the same panel with her. So it was cool being there with her. Yeah, you know what, guys? I saw something really on Instagram. I saw something really sad today. I hate to deviate from what my day was. Hey, Shamrock, how are you? I guess you know what time it is. It's time to win. But I know you don't only come around to win things. You genuinely come around when you have time and because you care about your sister right here. So, like I said, hopefully I'm not buffering. I'm going to disconnect my charger. Maybe that will help. So, yes, for the most part, I was in Norgus's chat. Then I, ran some errands. I think after this tonight, I'm going to finally do the drop off. Remember, guys, when I was saying like we need to shift the atmosphere in our homes and just in the space that we always are in. So I went through my closets and threw away. Hey, Francesca. I not threw away, but I put aside some items that I know I'm never gonna wear or use again, and it's just been sitting there. So now after this, I'm gonna drop that bag off into one of the Goodwill boxes. Um, because let's face it, guys, I can always go to a flea market and try to sell them, but sometimes when you have to let go, you just have to completely let go and not hold on anymore. So, and it also free up like a inch of space. um, so yes, so that's pretty much what I did today. Um, I had an egg roll, guys, a shrimp egg roll. I haven't had an egg roll, it seems like, in months. Yeah. I haven't had Chinese food in a very long time either. Now, just so you know, um, the extent of my Chinese food um, dining is sauteed broccoli and white rice or brown rice. That's the extent. Or if I can find a vegetable roll, that's the extent of my Chinese food. But I haven't had it. Um, Yeah, J Dog did his thing. He's almost 1,000 soon. Hey, Anna, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. Yes. Hey, Boondock Bicel, how are you? Thank you for joining me. I'm so glad to see you guys here because it just makes it more exciting to do this giveaway. So let me tell you this, right? You see this card. You see it's blank on both sides, right? This is the card that I'm going to write the winning number on. The number is going to be from 1 to 50. So guys, think about the number you want to possibly pick, because what's going to happen is in the chat, once we start, I'm going to give everybody about 10 seconds, and whoever gets to the number either dead on or close to the number I write on this piece of paper will win. And I'll do 10 seconds, and then I'll set my cell phone for a 10-second timer so that we know that I'm not just making up time. Because we want to make it fair for everybody to have a chance to win. And also, just as a reminder, you have to be, hey, Rosie's Closet, how are you? Welcome to Hello World. As a reminder, you have to be I'm only mailing to the United States of America. So anyone that's outside, you're more than welcome to win, but then hopefully you know somebody with a United States address or P.O. box where you can pick up the item at another time. But I'm only shipping to inside the States. Oh, J-Dog, if you look at a couple videos before this one, there was one where it was like a quick little 1-minute thing where a friend of mine was creating something. It's pretty much going to be a cute little mug. There's only going to be one mug, but there's going to be vinyl all over it. I'm going to sign it, and it's going to be dope. So it's going to be a collectible. It's going to be a collectible mug that you can store in a cold or hot water or whatever, or liquid. And it's one of a kind. So if I were you, if you are the winner of this item, I would wait until I die to either sell it or use it, because I know that Be the Difference clothing is not going to be small forever. And a lot of the items that I make will be very valuable. I already know they're valuable because my heart was put into the making of them, how they look, how they, whatever. So that alone makes it valuable, but it's going to be even more when I die. So hold on to it. Mozart and probably Van Gogh, all of those people probably never thought that people would consider their items worth that much, but yet they are. So think of it that way. Hey, Tracy, how are you? How are you feeling? Oh, really? Thank you, Rosies. Oh man, you guys cracked me up. So just to give you an update on my mouth or this tooth area right here, I noticed that it only aches mostly when I do a lot of movement, talking and such like that. So right now it's a little achy, but not enough to have me stop what I'm doing. No. Um, so today is all about the giveaway. But you know what? I have to give you guys a little piece too, right? Because we can't just have somebody physically win something without also getting something that edifies the soul, right? So I'm gonna try my best and encourage you guys. Um, Let me think. I don't think there's anything that we can't be encouraged about. There's like, all right, for example, if you're a person who likes to just, all right, let's use me as an example. You have a hard time making a decision, right? You seriously have a hard time making a decision. Like you never want to do the wrong thing. But life is not about doing right or wrong. It's about learning from what learning from the choices that you make. So while we like to play it safe almost all of the time, safe doesn't always mean good or effective. Safe sometimes can be, it can sometimes be masked in fear. Now, what I mean is, so let's just say, you can choose to work someplace or not work someplace, right? Either way, you're going to be fine, right? Whether you decide to work someplace or not, you'll be fine. Other alternatives will come up. But at that certain time, you need to make a decision on whether you are going to go for the job or not go for the job. And then maybe not going for the job, you say, man, should I go for the job? And then you start asking everyone else for their opinion. You think I should go for the job? Why? Why? What? I shouldn't go for the job. Why? People don't know the answers all of the time, guys. People don't always know the answers. A lot of times we give answers to how we would respond or how we would think of a certain thing. So it's kind of not fair, or it's kind of hard to find somebody that's just very diplomatic, who's not going to think about, well, how it can affect them or how it would affect them versus you actually going for it. So when it comes to that job, choosing to go for it or not go for it, I say, whatever the first idea or thought that pops into your mind, just go with it, stick with it, stay with it, and see how it goes. So if the first thought pops in that says, no, don't go, then don't second guess it. If it says go, don't second guess it and go. But whatever the choice is, you have finally made a decision by yourself. Think about all the areas in your lives, in all of our lives, where we've always felt like we wouldn't make the right decision. So we needed to ask someone for their opinion for our lives, for the direction of our lives. Well, I don't know if I should do it. What do you think I should do? There's nothing wrong with asking people for their opinions. But guess what, guys? If that's how you base all your decisions on how someone else reacts to what you ask them, then you're not really being responsible for yourself. Because, we haven't grown into our bodies or into these adult like bodies, and hopefully have matured into individuals to just sit back and just allow people to make decisions. We're not puppeteers. We're not on strings, guys. Well, physically not on strings. You cut the strings when you stop allowing distractions to get in the way, right? That's one way of not being on strings. But like as far as making a decision about your life, think about and do it yourself. Seriously. And sometimes for those of us who have a hard time always making a decision, I say just cold cut turkey yourself and say, well, whatever my mind says now, I'm going to go. And however it ends up, I'm not going to be upset with myself if I think I didn't choose the right thing or if it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. Because, we always say, well, I didn't make the right decision when things don't go exactly or go the way you wanted it to go, right? Oh, and you think that maybe choosing the opposite would have been better. How do you know if both decisions weren't right? How do you know both decisions weren't right? Because you weren't ready. Even you still weren't ready for the answer anyway. That new job, yeah, that can happen with a new job. You may be in a job and you're getting sick and tired of it, but think of your motive as why you're getting sick and tired of your job. Are you sick and tired of your job because of the people that are there? Or are you sick and tired of it because you feel like it's time for you to move on? It's time for you to elevate to something else. Because if you're not feeling an elevation point into moving, then maybe you need to reevaluate your actions and understand why is it that you're upset about whatever's going on in your current situation at your job. So we like to move when things become uncomfortable. But sometimes when things are uncomfortable, you need to stand still. Wait a minute, because right after that peak of uncomfortableness happens, then your joy will come. And then at that point, you will be okay with being uncomfortable in a lot of situations because you know that the norm doesn't have to be always one certain plateau. So, guys, what decisions do you have to make or need to start making? Think about it. Is it a relationship? Is it a friendship? Is it a family member? Is it work related? Is it about yourself? It's hard pointing the finger right back at yourself, isn't it? But the more you do it, the less pointy it feels. You know what I mean? I done had some sugar wafers and it's all over the place. Where's Joy Brown? Hey, Joy Brown. Joy, let me tell you, if you were in Sandy's chat the other day and won a bracelet, she needs your information because I was in Norgus R's chat this morning and she was like, Joy, I need your information so I can give you a bracelet. I was like, what? I was like, ooh, I'm getting a bracelet? And then she was like, yeah, you were in my chat. And I was like, I don't think she's talking about me. So I think they were talking about you, Joy. So you might want to run over to Sandy. She needs your information. I could have easily taken your little bracelet, but I just said, you know what? If it's not that Joy Brown, feel free. So I'm not trying to take your blessing. So yeah, please go over to Sandy and give her your address or where you want to mail her to mail your bracelet. She was like, copper bracelet. I was like, ooh. And let me tell you, Joy, I just woke up and I was like, I was just waking up. And then when I heard that, I was like, I won something and I just woke up. Yes. And I was like, wait, that can't be right. So, and then, Sandy was like, man, you guys can't share the same name anymore. So Joy, go and get your prize, girl. Enjoy it. But yes, guys, I made a decision to tell Joy to go get her to claim her prize. Oh, you live in Australia. Oh, so how's that going to work? How are you going to get your prize? if you live in Australia. You know, I actually mailed something to Australia once before, speaking of which. So, I was on Instagram. This is early in the days of when Be the Difference was conceived. And I saw this cute little girl, this little baby, and her mom. I just thought it was so amazing how her mom got her to pose, or the baby just posed so brilliantly all the time. And I'm sure they had a lot of, takes from here and there just to get to the right picture. But she just seemed so lovely. I just wanted to be in this little girl's life. So I contacted her mother, and I was like, "Can I mail some onesies to you for a photo shoot?" And she said yes. So that's how my relation to mailing things to Australia goes. So yes, Joy, my items are somewhere around in Australia now. Yes. So yeah, speaking of, I say that to say I mailed it to Australia. It took them about 3 weeks before they actually got the items. And I sent onesies, like cute little t-shirt for the baby. And it had the classic love and my future is bright on there. So that's pretty much that with my relation to Australia. And Joy, if you ever see my love design or my future's bright design floating around in Australia, it was me. I sent it. So yeah, that's that. Hey, Wayne Thompson, how are you? Hi, Wayne. Welcome. Wayne, I want to introduce you to everyone in the chat. There are some lovely people, the ones in blue and also the ones not in blue. They are amazing people. They've been with me for a long time. They've been with me during this journey of me growing and sharing. So please, everyone, give a warm welcome to Wayne. And Wayne, please give a warm welcome to everyone. Get to know each other in the chat. And definitely like, subscribe, and share. Check out each other's channels so that you may be amazed at what each and every one of us is trying to do positively in the YouTube community. So yes, definitely check that out. And Wayne, hey JS Slots, how are you? Guys, I met JS Slots in Let's Chat with Jamie and Miss Kelly's chat, the Sunnies, guys. So JS Slots is from there. So I'm glad that you're here. I think this is maybe your first time here, right, JS? And I really am. I appreciate you being here, and it's lovely. So, guys, back to making your decisions in this life. So, whatever it is that you need to stop pondering about, stop wondering, well, if I do this, I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. Well, I don't. The only feelings you're going to hurt ultimately is your own. You're going to hurt yourself because you're the only one that's overthinking. You're the only one that's preventing yourself from moving forward and living your life. You're the only one preventing yourself from experiencing time that was allotted just for you. Because we never get time back. We never get time back. Time is our friend, but if you don't treat it properly, it can be not your friend by, for example, wasting time. Wasting time just doing things that do not edify yourself or your community. That's wasting time. Wasting time pondering, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, should I, should not, should not, should I, should I, should I, should not. Make a decision. What do you have to lose? Sometimes all you have to lose is a little bit of pride. Sometimes all you lose is a little bit of embarrassment. Sometimes you lose nothing. I think a lot of times we end up losing nothing. What's life always with a big question mark about everything in your life? What's life like? Like, who wants to walk around in a big ball of confusion all the time? Not you, not me. Make a decision. Just like that. And know that whatever decision you make, is always going to end up being for your good. It may be bumpy ones, but it's going to always be for your good. Now, clearly, there's some decisions that we should not entertain, like, using drugs and such. I saw something so heartbreaking today on Instagram, and it was basically a video of a woman who, this man who has a garage, and the woman was on the sidewalk, and she was, hey, my grapevines. She was basically high as a kite. I'm actually going to bring that video up because that thing really broke my heart seeing that. Hold on, let me see. I gotta go in here this way. Let me see. All right, it's this, guys. I want to show you this. I'm not going to show you the whole entire thing, but I'm going to show you this.
Like this in front of my lot. This is what drugs is doing into our community. She almost fell, all right?
You see that?
Miss, you all right?
She got the needle right there.
We got some water in the...
There's the needle right there.
You need some water or something. Look, needle right next to her foot. That's ridiculous, man. I don't want her like this. And second of all, I don't want her to do this in front of my shop.
Hey, hip flipping mama. This broke my heart, guys.
Listen, she gonna be like that for a while. Ain't nothing really you can do. Look, the needle right there, yo. Look.
And a lot of people suffer like this. And I think it's important for us to see these kinds of things from time to time, just to bring us back into reality of how much when we inspire each other, you can inspire somebody not to do that. You see her belly? It looks like she's pregnant.
I ain't had no water. Damn. Nah, she needs some water or something, man. You got water on your head?
It is very heartbreaking because I think about
look, he got some water for you.
That's somebody's child, somebody's mother probably.
Listen.
And she can't be any more than like 20 something.
He got some water for you.
Damn, I get high over here. Damn, bro, I wouldn't get high like that. Hey, I'm gonna give me out. I'm gonna give you a name.
High as a kite.
Yeah, just put it in her bottle, man. Don't let her drink it. This is crazy, bro.
Yeah, but you know what I didn't like? You're gonna see it soon. She probably think that she's standing up straight and looking real good.
No, right here. Look, no, right here.
Look at this shit. You got a needle right there. Come on, man. Yeah, drink it.
She's pregnant, y'all. Look at her belly. Look at her belly. That is a pregnant looking belly.
You want me to call your ambulance?
They're going to give you a shot of Narcan. You're going to have a headache for 2 days. Get here, get that for your water. Yeah.
He's just trying to help you, that's all.
And he high too. I mean, well, he drunk.
Oh, talking about he ready for another beer.
Like the blind leading the blind.
That's what I was trying to. I mean, she need help. We'll call an ambulance. Call one for her. Chuck, call an ambulance, Chuck.
They're going to call you an ambulance. You better hurry up.
Tell her.
Yep.
Like
migraine fines.
In front of our shop. I don't want this on my conscience, man.
Hey, babe. Come on, I'm going to walk you under the bridge.
You see, this is when I was like, no.
You can sit under the bridge. I'm going to call you an
tell them it's somebody overdosing in front of our lot, in front of our business, and they need to send somebody out here immediately.
Like, what I didn't like about what that old man did was he want to take her under the bridge. You know what he's going to do to her under the bridge. And she's not going to know the difference either way.
All right.
Hey, Misha.
Hey, sweetie, you better hurry up, take that water, hit the pipe.
He wants you to hit the pipe and go under that bridge. And look at how this other person just walked right by the whole situation like nothing. Like, you know, it's not up to the guy walking by to do anything, but at the end of the day, it's like, you know, we're a community. We need to help each other.
Yo, this is crazy, yo. I wish she'd be
Look,
like
this is how he walked up to her. This is exactly how he walked up to her.
This is what drugs is doing to our community. She almost said it, right?
That's how he walked. That's how the beginning of the video started.
You right?
Like, guys, that's exactly why I made that t-shirt, Addiction Kills the Family. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring that t-shirt to you because, like, I'm sorry, but it just got real serious for me. Because when I saw that again, that junk bothered me so bad. This is exactly why I made that t-shirt, Addiction Kills the Family. And I try to wear it as often as possible. That's exactly why I tried to make that. I mean, not try, but that's exactly why I made this t-shirt. Like, you know, here the guy working at his shop, he doesn't want that situation in front of his shop, but he's videotaping it just so we can all see the realities, right? And then here you go, one passerby who sees an opportunity to help, but then he's like, oh, she really high. I could definitely get my willies off under the bridge. Why are you going to tell her, let's go to under the bridge if you're trying to help her? Oh, you want to get her out of the sun? Right. And, you know, he had an open can of beer. Again, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you drinking beer or doing anything like that. But, like, what kind of help was he really trying to do? And I agree with you, my great finds. All he wanted to do was, you know, probably do his little thing, let her sit up under the thing, and while they're underneath the bridge, take advantage of her again. And then, God forbid, that poor baby that's in her stomach, you know, the chance that they have now, they have to fight extra hard. If the baby even lives, they have to fight extra hard to be able to have a normal life. Like, and honestly, I feel bad for her because I guarantee you, when she was a little girl, this girl did not expect for her to be high on the street. Nobody wants to be an addict. Nobody wants to be a junkie, right? Nobody wants to be that way. I'm sorry. You can't convince me that somebody wants to ever be an addict. You know, people are just going to take advantage of you, rape you up, pass on diseases to you, rape you up, beat you up. You have to do Y and Z just to get high because you have no more money. Be in jail, in and out of jail. Like, I don't think as a child, 2 and 3 years old, when you bouncing them on your lap, seeing their beautiful smile, loving them, hugging them. And when they would maybe first, second, third grade, like, I want to be this, maybe even in high school, I want to be this, I want to be that. And then turn out the way she is right now. Like, guys, we need to see these kinds of things just to remind us how much our world is hurting. And let's just say she didn't choose to use drugs, right? Because a lot of times we think that we choose to use drugs. How do you know somebody didn't inject something in her? How do you know someone didn't pass a roofie in her drink one time? And it doesn't necessarily mean that she was in a club. Maybe she was in a restaurant on a date. And then she became an addict. Because you don't become an addict over stages. It can happen overnight. It can happen anyway, either way. So let's stop thinking, like, I think we need to also stop putting a stigma in, like, oh, people do this. You don't know. Some people get drugged. And then, you know, depending on the chemical makeup of your body, you become addicted. Let's just say she came from, maybe she was a fetus that was an addicted fetus, a junkie fetus. for lack of better words. Maybe she was the fetus that was already on drugs. Because some of these babies, like her baby, is going to come out as a drug addict. And then they have to go through withdrawal just like any one of us, which makes them more susceptible to any little drug that they may use. So let's throw out all of the possibilities, right? At the end of the day, I think once we take away the stigma of, oh, well, they did it to themselves, or well, they had no right. Like once we take off those blinders and realize that they're a human being who may have made mistakes like all of us do, but their mistakes are shown physically through their actions and through their lifestyle. They just need help just like all of us do. Of course, in her situation, she has to want to be helped. You saw when he said call the ambulance, how she was looking like, I ain't high. What ambulance for what? I'm just sitting here real quick. But her reality is different from what we see. Her reality is probably like she's just walking down the street looking as beautiful as she thinks she is, or, maybe she thinks she's a little tired, or maybe she thinks she's sitting on a bench. Maybe she's just so dizzy. Who knows? But guys, no one is too far from being helped as long as you want it. And even us who may not have an addiction problem, right? Because oftentimes we all need help in certain situations and circumstances. But if you're not willing to receive help, you're going to stay in that situation. There's the same similarity, right? She's addicted to substances, but sometimes we're addicted to our hurts and our pains. And we just want to stay in that because it feels good. Because it's too much work to overcome certain things in our lives. It's too much work to actually try to get out of our ruts. So we'd rather just stay holding on to things that just are not good for us, that are not useful for us, that are not edifying to us anymore, because it just feels comfortable and it feels good. How are we any different from her at that situation, outside of the fact that she's physically unstable? How are we any different? So we all just have to jump down off of our little high horses and remember that hurting humans are hurting humans are hurting humans no matter what. Oh yeah, people can be addicted to their little pains. Oh, well, my heart is broken. I just can't move on. I don't want to move on. I'm stuck. I don't want to move on. My heart is broken. I will never move on. How is that any different from saying, well, there are so many other people who may be interested in you that might be better for you. Oh, no, there can't be anyone else better for me. You need help. But yet people are trying to help. But until you're ready to be helped to move on, you're going to stay where you are. Simple as that. So we are no different from anyone else's experience in drugs or anything else. That's all I'm trying to say. But I tell you, when I saw that, my shirt, Addiction Kills the Family, that's the one thing I thought of. I was like, man, I can't wait to see if this woman, if she gets out of it. And then here's the other thing that I saw on Instagram too. So there was a picture of a woman. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you guys on Instagram. I'm sorry, guys. I want to do this real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and start the giveaway. But I definitely want to show you this picture. Oh, here we go. I want to show you this picture, guys. Look at this. You see that? This picture is when she used to dance for J-Lo, the artist. This picture is the current picture of her now. You see that? Right? We can judge, like, what happened to her, right? I'll tell you what happened to her. What happened to her, from the story that I read, this woman was raped by 5 men and left for dead. Her life completely changed. So you see how you see how the example that I gave, that sometimes people aren't, necessarily trying drugs, but then they get sucked into drugs or they get given drugs. 5 men raped one girl for God knows how long and left her for dead. And now her son has a GoFundMe to help her raise money to get her into a rehab. That used to be J-Lo's dancer, guys. A dancer for J-Lo, meaning she used to travel the entire world. She used to have good money, because dancers make good money. She used to have everything. And 5 men took that away from her. Oh, yeah, she could have gotten through. She definitely could have gotten through without using drugs. But guys, have you been raped by 5 people? Man or woman, because men get raped as well. Have you been raped by 5 people and left for dead? And we're not just talking like nice rape. We're talking about brutally raped. Have any of you been that way, right? So we can't say, and if you have, I'm not trying to say anything about that. I'm just saying, give an example of how some people can handle it and deal with it a certain way, while others maybe turn out to drugs. And who knows, maybe they drugged her to rape her up. We don't know what the circumstances. I didn't read. Okay, the circumstances are probably there, but I didn't read the article to see what she said. So let's just assume for now that she may have been drugged or something. Or even if she wasn't drugged, maybe she just didn't want to go through the pain of dealing with that thing replaying in her mind over and over and over and over again. Maybe she didn't want to deal with that. I don't know, guys, but I just need to use that example so that we know that anything can happen to any one of us. And we should all just be thankful. We should all definitely be thankful that we are where we are and who we are. And you know how I say, we have unlimited potentials that we just all need to try to acquire, try to strive for. And for the most part, being that we are somewhat whole, all of us here, for the most part, we should try to take our wholeness and share it with other people, because you never know, you may run across someone who may have been a rape victim, someone who may have been an ex-abuser, someone who may be an ex-addict. But it doesn't mean that they're going to tell you their story, but it doesn't hurt to at least give somebody hope, smile. You don't know what people are going through on a daily basis. None of us can jump into another person's head and know exactly what's going on. None of us can actually read each other's faces and know exactly what's going on, but a smile a day can keep the unhappiness away. Who knows? I'm sorry it went deep like that, but those are the things that I saw today that kind of got me like, wow. It made me thankful because I know that for life how it is now, I'm protected. And I'm thankful that my life hasn't been threatened in any of those ways at all. Yeah. It also depends on your support system. You're right, Trace, Rosie's Closet. I don't know. And then who knows, maybe she just shut down and just, after a while, and not to give an excuse for the support system, but when you are a support system to someone that just does not or refuses to like want your help, it becomes a little bit disheartening, and you might want to give up too. So it really takes a bunch of strong people to like really hang in there till the end. Okay, so guys, I'm going to start the timer, but before I do that, remember this blank piece of paper is blank on both sides. I'm going to start putting the number. It's between 1 and 50. I have written down the number right here. And I just placed the card. Oops. I don't know if y'all saw that. So I'm going to write it on the other side. Wait, I'm going to scratch it off and write another number. Okay, so I'm going to place the card down here because I just scratched out the number that I had because I think you may have seen it. And then the timer is set for 10 seconds. So as soon as I press that button, you can pick your number. Whoever gets to the number first or closest to the number that I'm choosing first will win. Wait, Tracy, not yet. I didn't hit the start button yet. So you guys can hold off. Wait, I didn't hit the start button yet. So those numbers, I won't hold you guys against those numbers. If you want to use them again, that's on you. But now the timer is started. So you can go ahead and put a number in. Who's here now? All right. I'm going to give y'all a chance to go ahead. All right. So I'm going to hit the stop right here. All right. So starting up top, because we cut off Francesca when she picked 35 because I didn't start there. So the number that I chose and wrote down was 22. That is my rendition of 22. And I think there's only one person who actually hit 22. It was Michelle. Michelle hit 22. So guys, Michelle wins. But you know what? You will always have another chance to win something else, because once I hit 1,000 subscribers, or maybe in between now, if I feel like it, I will definitely, what's the word? I will definitely do another giveaway. Yes. So that is that. Michelle, can you believe that? Michelle picked the number directly, the identical number that was in my head. Woo, 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 woo. What's going on, Michelle? Hey, Beth Collins. So, hey, Adams Exploits. Wait, what's going on? What happened, Joy? What? Wait a second. What happened, Joy? Wow. I didn't see that whole piece right there, but Joy, I'm sorry if I'm very sorry if somebody thought you were acting when you were really going through a serious thing. You have anxiety? I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, right? Really? I'm sorry, Joy. What makes you panic the most? No, Adam. Michelle won. Wow. Are you able to keep it a little bit more controlled now, Joy? I'm so sorry, guys, that you guys have anxiety. Oh, Tiki, you were talking to that Joy. Sorry. And Wayne as well. I hope that you guys can get it under control. Oh, thank you, Adam. Yeah, I'm not sure if I ever had a panic attack, but I don't want to know. I don't want to experience it. Mm. See, guys, we all have like real things that go on in our lives, but hopefully by talking about it, and maybe being able to, I don't know, maybe by talking about it, it helps a little bit. Do you know where it comes from, Joy and Wayne? Like what causes you guys? Because honestly, like I don't wish anybody to have panic attacks or agoraphobia, anything like that. Like I want all of us, including myself, to like live the best lives that we can. Oh, did they change your medication, Tiki? Yes, that's true, Beth Collins. I keep on saying that. I keep saying that all the time. In our minds, guys, that's why we have to protect our minds and such, and careful of the things that we eat, the things that we see, the things that, because anything can happen. Like, even when we're kids, things like that can trigger something in our bodies to just, cause an attack or cause something to just, mm, mm. Are you able to get away from your relatives, Joy? I believe in all of that stuff, guys. I believe, like Beth Collins says, none of us are exempt from anything. We have to. That's why we have to keep each other. Whatever you believe in, is whether it's prayer or good wishes, whatever. Like, we always have to keep each other like lifted up somehow. When somebody comes to mind, maybe reach out to them or say something encouraging to them. You never know. You have no idea. And how we treat each other can really, really change the tides. And now that right there just proves to me even more that, like, if we treat each other with such goodness and kindness as much as we can, because we're not always going to be perfect at it, but we can just keep each other safe. Yep. Yep. And you know what, Adam, from what I heard, it's the stuff that they see. Hey, Norgus R. You missed the giveaway. Michelle won. She picked the exact number that I wrote down. It's true, Beth. Oh, okay. I'm glad you're happily married now, but hopefully those reminiscent moments don't come back too often to hurt you. Yeah, man, like, it's not natural for a human being to see another human being blown to pieces. Like, I don't care how you put it. There's nothing natural about that. And then, like, when they are there, we don't know what their air quality is like, right? Call it a theory if you want, but we don't know what goes on. And the same way we saw our little friend that I was showing you the picture of, that's how some people are hurt inside, just stuck. That's okay, Norgus. I still heard what you said. Mm. Guys, I hope that we're getting encouraged by Joy and Wayne being so open about their situations, and even Michelle about their situations, and also Tiki. Hmm. Because, you know, when we're honest, we become free. There's something about releasing things that free you. It makes it easier to live a little bit better, you know? And like Beth said, I don't know what everybody believes in, but whatever, like, if you have faith and you pray and you stick to your faith, you know, that'll help give you peace of mind. And it's not always going to be all the time, but at least you have something to fall back on. Yes, they are. And Tiki, I hope the kids, understand that their dad, loves them anyway. Mm. Are you at least a lot better now, Joy? And Tiki, I'm wishing your nephews or your nieces and your nephews or just nephews, whatever, I'm hoping that they'll be able to overcome whatever experiences that they had, you know. I hope that they don't allow that to make them something other than greatness. I'm glad he's kind. And then, life will bring you people along the way to help you along the way. Yes, storage. We know you've come a long way. You go live now. Yes. And Wayne and Joy. And Joy, I know you already know who storage is, but Wayne, I don't know if you know who Storage Pirate is, but Storage Pirate has an awesome testimony that, about not allowing his anxieties to, keep him from doing what he's doing now. I'm not saying it's an end all be all that he's overcome, because we all are works in progress every day, but at least he can give you encouraging words. So maybe you guys should connect and, talk amongst yourselves and see if you can encourage each other to keep on keeping on. And, when those moments hit, you have each other to reach out to. And, everybody in here, Wayne, I feel comfortable enough to say that you can reach out to anyone in here if you ever needed anything, like as far as talking. And, Norgis, she's on every morning around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So if you ever have those mornings where you just, need to get something encouraging or just to laugh, go to her chat. She's dope. Yeah, she's dope. And, like I said, it's not the end all be all, but at least it helps, right? Because that's what we're here to do with each other. We're human beings helping each other live a better human experience. You know what I'm saying? And if we don't try to help each other live a better experience, then what's the point? Right? We're just slapping our maker, God, whoever it is, in the face, saying like, yeah, you wasted some good clay. Because from dust we came, dust will go back. So while I'm still molded, best believe I'm trying my best to be the difference all the way, any way I can. Yes. Yes, guys. Yes. We will not. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. Because again, like I said, we all go through things, including myself. I'm human. Let's try to pledge to each other that when those moments of despair come in our lives where we feel like, things are overwhelming, that we can't just, keep moving, or we get stuck, let's say to ourselves and pledge to ourselves that we're going to treat our lives a little better. We're going to reach out and ask for help, even when you can't open your mouth. Turn on the YouTube, turn on the TV, turn on something inspirational, so that, we don't stay in those situations too long. And you know what? Also, too, guys, keep the good vibes going. Again, I don't know everybody's religious background, nor should I. It's not my business. But whatever you believe in, let's just, send good vibes, pray, whatever it is for that person. If they come to mind, send a little something up for them, right? But we should pledge, guys, that moving forward, that we're going to not get stuck in our own psyche sometime. We're not gonna allow that to happen. We're gonna be honest and free so that we can live a wonderful life, that we can continue to live a wonderful life, that we're going to use our energy more to help others, so that we can take the focus and the spotlight light off of ourselves. And when those moments get really, really, really hard, okay, when they get really, really hard, just remember you made a promise and a commitment to yourself that you're not going to allow things to be the same anymore. Promise yourself that. Let's pledge that, guys. Let's pledge that for our lives. Let's pledge that to ourselves. And if you need a friend or somebody to talk to, call somebody. Go send a message in somebody's inbox or somebody's YouTube comment. My information is public, so I'm always around. And as long as my phone isn't shattered again, I'm always around. I respond. And I usually try to respond in a timely fashion. I'm no psychologist, but I'm a great encourager. Yeah, at least I'll make you laugh. Hopefully, something. But guys, let's pledge to ourselves, and I'm talking about me too, to never allow life to bring us down to the point where we cannot function anymore. Stand in that. And I guarantee you it'll happen less. For those who suffer from PTSD, that is very hard, very hard, very, very hard. But showing a little kindness and care and love makes it a lot easier. Doesn't cure, no, but it makes it easier. So get your cheeks ready and smile away, guys. Smile away. And while you may not understand everything, every action or reaction that a person does, just keep in mind you never know if they're hurting. And that's just their way of lashing out. You don't know. So we'll try to be easy, right? Try to be calm and gentle with each other as much as possible. We're not going to be perfect at it all the time, but let's try to be more gentle with each other. So anyway, I thank you guys for joining me every single evening with Hello World. I'm here between 7 and 9 every single day, unless I have no Wi-Fi. And even still, I'll do at least a recording of somewhat. I thank you guys for giving me a little bit of your time. I thank you guys for helping me and you guys being a part of my 500. I don't want to ever feel like, oh, I don't have enough, because 500 is a lot. That is a lot. That's a lot of potential. That's a lot of potential lives that we all can encourage, whether they see me live or in the rerun. So, with that said, I am wanting you to know that there is no mistake about you. I don't care how good or bad or indifferent your life is or has been. You are not a mistake. You are loved. You are love. You are love. You are love. Never forget that. Because if you believe in God or your creator, they created things out of love. So you are a source of love. We get it twisted sometimes, yes, but that's okay. Just remember your source. You have so much unlimited potential that you have to scratch the surface on in order to get to. Hey, Debbie Does Sales. So start scratching away, guys, so you can reach those unlimited potentials that we all have waiting for us. May you sleep so peacefully that when you wake up in the morning, you are so refreshed and ready to go. Be the difference. Yes. You are the difference. You are being the difference in so many people's lives. You are honest. You are free. You may not get it right. We may not get it right all the time. But if our heart and our intentions are lined up for a greater purpose, then I believe we're going to keep moving forward. So until we meet again, shout outs to Michelle Lawlin for winning her 500 subscriber. Michelle, hold on to it for the rest of your life if you can. Make sure it's very special. And when you get it, feel free to post it on your social medias and YouTube and be like, Joy, hey girl, I won this, I won this, I won this. That's how you have to do it, okay, Michelle? You have to promise, be like, I won this, I won this, I won this, 500, 500. You got to do that dance just like that and say it like that. I won this. I'm just joking, Michelle. But if you do, then that's cool. Hey, Diamond Green. How are you? Thanks for joining me. So anyway, guys, until we meet again, remember, you are golden, you are amazing, you are loved. You are love. So when you're going through those times, fight it. Keep fighting. And remember, you are a source of love. And there's such great need for your source. And you just got to keep fighting along. And make choices, guys. Start to make choices. And don't wait for other people to make them for you. You do it yourself. Practice makes progress. Yes. Practice makes progress. Yes. And we are all a work in progress. So again, guys, I thank you for giving me a little bit of your time and joining me for another episode of Hello World. Until we meet again, my name is Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. If you ever want to know anything about me or what I do, please check the links out below. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification bells. Tell everyone you know about Hello World, about Be the Difference, because we're going to go places, guys, all of us. We are going places, not just YouTube, but all over. That's what I attain, and aspire to do. I want to hit that unlimited potential that I didn't think was possible, because everything that is impossible in my life has become possible, and it can happen for you. So with that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Hello!